Hey you guys, this is lesson floor systems and reflected ceiling plans. I just wanted to make this quick video as a supplement to the course video because Zoom had some problems with the screen recording and it was just mostly me talking, which to watch that video would be boring. So I thought I'd make a quick supplement to that. All my instructions will be in that other one still if you want to sit through that thing and listen to it. Otherwise, this will be a faster kind of annotated version of that video. So I'm gonna move through it fairly quickly, but I just wanted you guys to have the visuals to go along with it. So alright, so this is where we left off. Previously, we had done the roof before with the skylights in it. Now we're going to do the floors. So I'm in lesson 9 here, 9.1, and I'm just going to go ahead with it here. So start off going to the basement floor plan. We're going to draw these floors in the basement. Go architecture, and then just find your floor. Okay, and then they have these different floors. Find the floor that you want. Concrete slab 4 inches. And then we're going to edit type. We're going to duplicate it. We're going to rename it 4-inch slab on grade over vapor barrier. Okay, click the edit button next to structure. We're going to insert a new layer, and the function is going to be a membrane layer, and the material is going to be a vapor retarder. And it's got no thickness, so okay. Oh, one thing I didn't do there is 4-inch slab on grade barrier. Edit. We're going to add sand too. So insert. Structure is substrate, and I go in here, and we don't have sand up here, so in here we're going to have to load it. So you have to right click it, add it to the materials, and then click that, click OK. Thickness 4 inches. Okay. Alright. So we've got that. Now we're going to select the walls in the basement plan. And let's see, extend wall into core. On the basement part, you don't need to do this. You'll save some. You won't get as many warnings if you don't do that. So we're on pick walls. Just gonna wrap it around here. Yeah. And it worked. Okay. That warning you're going to get on 9.4, the floor roof overlaps the highlighted walls, you would have got that if you had that join thing checked. But okay, so we're going to turn off this pattern, so shortcuts type VV, visibility graphics override. Otherwise you can go into view, visibility graphics, same place here. we're going to find floors, and in floors here, projection surface, patterns, override, not visible, so unclick those, okay. So you can see I hover over it, I can still see the floor, but that patterning in the surface is not visible. So, okay, so now we're going to switch to the first floor plan view. Select the floor tool, architecture, floor. Using the floor type you just created as a starting point, create a new named 6-inch slab on grade over vapor barrier. Okay, so here, edit type, duplicate, 6-inch slab on grade over vapor barrier. Okay, edit, change this to 6. Okay, 6-foot slab, that'd be pretty thick. It is only 6 inches. Rename. Okay. Make sure you remember to duplicate it. Okay. Let's see. So we're gonna go 6-inch with the pick walls, like the interior side of the garage walls. So pick walls, we don't want to extend the core on the garage either. Okay, select the interior side. Alright, check. Looks good. Again, that visibility graphics override is view dependent, so in this view we're going to turn it off too. Okay, so you can see I'm highlighting it, the floor's still there, but okay, now I'm going to go floor. We use this wood joist 14-inch wood finish. Or so you use wood joist 10-inch wood finish as a starting point. Edit type. Make sure you duplicate it. We're going to call it 14 inches wood finish. Okay, change the structure settings. Edit. So we've got oak flooring, plywood sheathing, structure, wood joist rafter layer. We're going to change that to 1 foot, 1 1/4. Okay. Okay. Okay, so this one we want to extend into wall core. So select the exterior walls. Make sure you select the exterior side of the wall, and we're going to go around and select the exterior side of the wall here. And it'll extend the floor. This is going to fix that little gap that we've been seeing. Then eventually we're going to use our sections to modify the wall type to fill in that gap. Okay. Would you like the walls to go up to attach to its bottom? Yep. It overlaps. You want to join geometry and cut the overlapping volume? Yep. Okay. Alright, so now we got to cut out the stairs too. So if I'm on this, I can edit my boundary and select the rectangle ribbon. Cut out this shape. Wait, they've got, so I'm just going to draw lines because, so they've got a rectangle. They end up fixing it later on in the book, but I know that we need to make it more like this. to, there's head clearance issues there if you don't, if you just make it like a rectangle. So can't keep one line. Joint element. I'm going to take a look at my 3D, see what it looks like. You can see the blue, the floor here. If I hover over it, you can kind of see that the cutout is happening behind there. But if you don't have anything clicked in this 3D view, you can go to section box, and this section box will show up. If you select it, you'll get these arrows. Hold down Shift to fly around it, and I can grab one of these arrows to kind of cut through it. Take a look at the floor that I just made. There's the opening through it. Okay. Alright, save that. Alright, back to first floor. I think my first floor is done. I've got my concrete. And that, I just want to show you, there's like a weird gap here on our garage. We need to adjust that. We're going to make the walls go up. I'm going to adjust the walls, but I'm not going to do that right this second. I'll show, just so you guys know that there is that gap there, and that's fine. Alright, so easy way to do this, you could just, you could do this again on the second floor, or you can copy it and paste it. So select the floor you just created. You're in Modify. You can go here is copy to clipboard, and then open up your second floor plan. Then go to Modify and paste, and align to selected levels. Select level, second floor. Okay. And there it is again. We've got the wood floor showing here. So again, you can override that VV. Find your floor, override patterns. Click. Okay. Edit the boundary on this one. Just going to delete these lines out, and then just create a new rectangle. Attach. Yes. Okay. The other thing we have to do actually on this edit boundary is we need to, this floor, that's kind of like open to the second floor area over there, so I'm just going to delete out these lines. Okay. So your boundary should look like that. Okay, let's look at it in 3D. Just make sure that we've got it going. Good. Oh, I flew around too fast. So that's where I deleted it, because that's like a a two-story space there. See our opening, our floor. All right, looks good. Okay, now we're gonna do some ceilings quick. Alright, let's see. Where are we here? I'm on 916 now. It says to switch to second floor ceiling plan. So here's my ceiling plans. We got first floor, lower roof, second floor. Okay. So ceiling plans are similar to floor plans where it has like a cutting plane. I think the cutting plane for a ceiling plan is like at 7 feet above floor level, and then the difference is it's not looking down, it's looking up. So that's why it kind of looks different. Windows are automatically turned off. So you can adjust that stuff in your view range. But so go architecture, just like floor, build the ceiling. There's 4 ceiling types by default. Select compound ceiling 2x4 ACT system. So we're just gonna draw this just for fun. I don't recommend ever doing acoustical ceilings in a house, but that's what ACT is, acoustical ceiling tile. So select 2x4 acoustical ceiling tile. The default settings 8 foot. Change the ceiling height to 8'4". Okay, and then I think we're going to do this room here. All you got to do is kind of go over the room and then pick the room. Okay. So now we're going to do one in the basement. Notice that there's no basement in this ceiling plan, so we're going to go View, under Create, I'm going to go Plan View, Reflected Ceiling Plan, Basement. Okay. Do not duplicate existing views. Okay. Okay, so click Modify. Set the cut plane and the view range to 6'6". View range, it's at 7'6". We're going to set it to 6'6". Okay. Here we see the doors because at 6'6" we're actually cutting through the doors. Architecture, ceiling, 2x4 ACT. See, it has a symbol with a slash through it, like you can't place the ceiling anywhere. It's because the ceiling height is set too high, so we're going to change that to 7 feet. And now it works. So it's still kind of acting weird, so we can sketch ceiling. We can just draw this. Can't select it, just draw it. Okay. There we go. So it always defaults to centered on the room. You might need to modify the location of the ceiling. You can see it here now in this 3D cutaway view. Okay. Okay, in the basement. So now it's asking us to oops. So now select the ceiling here and just click on it. Change it to 7'2". Instead of goofy about this book, it like has you do something and then it tells you to do it the right way, like on the next page. And then we're going to rotate it 30 degrees, so you can just do that by selecting the ceiling. Oops, sorry. Don't select the ceiling, select like the grid lines here. And I think there we go. Rotate that 30 degrees. Okay, now we're going to do some chipboard ceilings here. Okay, so it says go manage under settings, go to materials. This is a list of materials where you assign materials to different layers. Okay, so we're going to find that gypsum, wallboard, duplicate it. They want us to call it gypsum. Ceiling board. And then foreground, surface pattern area, pick gypsum, hit OK. Alright, so go to architecture, ceiling, GWB on metal studs. We're going to edit. You don't normally need to put chipboard on metal studs if they mount it to the ceiling, but let's see. So duplicate, call it suspended chipboard on metal stud. Edit the structure. Let's see. Create a layer and set the values as followed. Got metal studs that are 1 1/2. Okay. Then a metal stud that's 3/4 inch. And gypsum wallboard layer, but we're going to change this to gypsum ceiling board. All we really did was just made another material that had visible pattern in it, so make it easier to see. So hit OK, hit OK. So we're now ready to draw our ceiling. Make sure you select the one that we just made. Make sure you're in the ceiling plan, basement. Okay. Set the ceiling height. So architecture, ceiling height 7 feet. Pick the lower left room. So it's like the rooms don't pick, so we could just draw them. Alright, they go through this whole thing where they make a bulkhead. I'm not going to do that right now. Ceiling, sketch ceiling. Obviously. Alright. You could also modify a floor system that just has gypsum board on the underside of the floor. This mostly works. It doesn't work very well in the section then. When you start looking at your sections, it doesn't really work very well if the floor goes into the wall, because you wouldn't normally have your gypsum go into the wall, right? So it saves time in theory, but it ends up messing you up when you do sections. So you can do that by creating another floor type. I talked about it in the last video. You can look at it 928, 929. I'm just going to draw in the ceilings the same as we did here. Architecture, ceiling. I can just sketch these ceilings. Okay, save it. The other thing that this does is it's gonna put just go to the first floor. They end up making they end up putting the ceiling on underneath the floor structure. I don't know, maybe it's worth it. Let's just go through it here. Switch to the second floor plan. Select the floor. So you got your wood joist 14-inch wood finish. Edit type. Make sure you duplicate the type. Wood finish. Wood finish. Chip ceiling. Okay. Edit. And insert. finish. Chip ceiling board. Okay. Thickness. 1/2 inch. Okay. Okay. So now we're going to go to first floor. You see the ceiling's already done for us on the first floor. It's everywhere where the floor is. Okay, switch to second floor ceiling plan. So add architecture, ceiling. Add this suspended chip ornamental stud 8 feet high. So change this to 8. Just the automatic ceilings work on this one, so we'll just add it to all these rooms. Okay, save it. Alright, that's it for the ceilings. Okay, last thing is to add the lights. Add lights, and then there's a part on annotations, which is super simple. I'm not gonna go through that. But so if you're in the second floor ceiling plan, let's see, insert, load Autodesk family. Go to lighting, architectural, internal. Find truffer light 2x4 parabolic. So it looks like these actually have lights in them, which is kind of cool. So if I go architecture component, truffer light 2x4 parabolic, and then select the 120, and then put it into your ceiling plan. First I need to modify, use your move tool. Just move that ceiling 2 feet, okay. Architecture, component. Select that 120. Place your lights. You can use the move or align tool to make those perfectly aligned. Now switch to your basement ceiling plan. Same thing, architecture component. Pick that light. Drop it in here, and we're going to need to rotate it. Then just try to match this layout that they have. So it's easier if you use this copy tool because then you can do multiples here. And I can snap. Skip 2 rows. Okay, skip another 2 rows. I don't know, at one point they had moved this move this grid a little bit, so yeah. With 2 feet, I think. And that way I can get another one of these lights in there. Alright, let's save it. That looks close. There's a thing about, you know, air ducts and diffusers. And then the section on annotation. So, all right, I'm gonna call that good. Kind of use this with the supplement of the other video. Hopefully this works out for you. So, thanks, guys.